Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode. Got a couple friends back there cooing in the background. So today I want to talk about what's been happening in the crypto space lately, and as always, there is a lot happening. But today I want to talk about Craig Wright, not necessarily because I think he deserves it, but because of his actions I think are a really good indication of what we should be expecting, unfortunately, from here on out in this crypto space. And that is regarding mass adoption, institutional investors, regulations, and that involves patents and copyrights. So, for those of you who are concerned about the news a few days ago, reading that Craig Wright had been awarded a copyright for the source code of Bitcoin, and his BFF Calvin Ayre had a pretty imprudent tweet saying how the United States Copyright Office has officially recognized Craig Wright as Satoshi Nakamoto. That was quickly dispelled. Almost pretty funny how quickly dispelled that rumor was by the U.S. Copyright Office. They right away, were quick to point out that he had just registered for a copyright claim. He did not get awarded a copyright for the source code for Bitcoin. In fact, to register a copyright claim, you just have to pay $55 and fill out a form and then submit it. Nothing has been investigated. Nothing has been granted. So right off the bat, just chill out for those of you who are freaking out about that. The U.S. Copyright Office will be investigating this, and it's pretty clear that they say that unless it can be proven that the person filing the claim is Satoshi Nakamoto, nothing will be granted. Here's the thing, is that I think it's blatantly clear for a lot of people here who are familiar with the crypto space that Craig's very actions are proving the antithesis of Satoshi Nakamoto in itself. Someone, pursuing validation from a government entity is just comical. Trying to prove himself as Satoshi Nakamoto, that's not what I believe Satoshi would be going for. Not to mention the fact that if he was truly worried about actually proving himself, and he was Satoshi Nakamoto, he could very easily prove that by just moving one Satoshi from Satoshi's wallet to another, and just proving that he has the private keys of Satoshi's wallets. That is a much more legitimate and immutable and irrevocable way to prove that he is Satoshi Nakamoto, and he has yet to do that. So why I think Craig Wright is pursuing this copyright is because he has gone on a litigation rampage against anyone who has been particularly vocal against the fact of him, this notion of him being Satoshi Nakamoto. So because he is taking this to court, in court, he is going to have some kind of proof or evidence of him as Satoshi Nakamoto. And so I believe this copyright claim is like just one more tool in his basket that he can use to kind of prove that, so then he can, happily move along suing anyone he wants who tries to prove he's not Satoshi. But so here, for those of you who are worried about this whole situation, I think it would be very beneficial for you, for me, for everyone to get far more familiar with copyright laws and patent laws, because I think that is definitely going to be a trend. We are going to see a whole lot more going forward in this crypto space. Bank of America has a crap ton of patents. Amazon has a patent for proof of work systems, and there are many, many others who have been applying for these kind of patents and copyrights far before we are hearing from them. Like back in 2016 is when Amazon applied for this, and that was far before they ever mentioned any interest in cryptocurrencies or blockchain technology. So for those, these big organizations, they have known about blockchain, but on the down low, they've been preparing by purchasing patents and copyrights. So for those of you who are concerned, here's some silver lining is a man named Peter Todd, huge in the crypto space. He has a lot of work done with defensive patents, and that is something that, kind of playing dirty, I guess, having to participate in that kind of a system to protect these intellectual rights of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. So although many patents are, aggressively used to prevent competition through legal use and, try to make money off of your ideas, defensive patents are a way to keep those rights out of individuals who might be using those rights in a negative way, in a non-free way, in a way that isn't cohesive with this whole crypto space. So if this concerned you, read up on copyright law, patent laws, know what needs to be done and know what is official, what isn't official. Also, much more importantly, definitely dig deep into decentralized networks and learn exactly how robust in many different ways that they can be, because the more decentralized a network is, the more difficult it will be to enforce patents, especially patents that are filed after the fact. That's the whole other issue. But so there is a strength in decentralization. I myself and many other people have been harping on this for a long time, and this is when that strength will come into play. So just remember, you often fear most what you don't understand. So take that as a challenge to quell your own fears and educate yourself to learn up on it so you can be in the know and be a better investor for it. So that's my tip for today. I hope I didn't give too much attention to Craig Wright, but that is the bigger picture that I see here. So I will be doing more live videos, probably not in Bali. I might have found a co-working space with better Wi-Fi, but typically co-working spaces require that you be quiet. So I'm not sure I'll be able to do a live stream here in Bali, but if that's the case, I will be picking them up again in a few weeks when I am in a new location, hopefully with a stronger Wi-Fi connection. So definitely enjoying those, and I'm glad you guys have been tuning in for those. I appreciate that. Also, for those of you who don't know, I have a Patreon account, and these videos on YouTube have been ad-free for your pleasure. So if you want to play a more intimate, more direct relationship with supporting crypto tips, check out my Patreon account. You can have access to a bunch of exclusive content about my travel life, and also I will be posting a new video about my cryptocurrency portfolio, this time focusing on small cap coins. So let the speculation begin. So fast, you need to slow it down. Take a step back, relax, listen to the sound. Living easy, and we're easy living. Open up your eyes, it's time to stop believing. Living easy, and we're easy living.